And we are a little further in deconstructing this whole shower and already can see some signs of little problems, like this corner not being properly done, just overlap on the plywood, and this is where the water went down the plywood, which we can clearly see some water damage on the 2x6 all the way through. This is a Schluter curb, which is styrofoam, and it's taped over. This is kind of okay, but this kind of detail, when you could take this membrane and overlap it over the tape and not let the water seep in between, because this definitely looks like way thicker layer of the thin set than it's supposed to be. So instead of being a waterproof connection, this is definitely using acidic and pulling the moisture down behind the membrane. And also you can see the color difference. This is a thinner layer of thin set here, and it's lighter, and I can still feel how wet this thing is, because you see in this corner, when these two tiles meet, there's a cavity. The thin set never touched the membrane. And also on the walls, on the bench, you can see the first problem. One of the problems is we have a problem with the tiles were not back buttered, so there's not as heavy contact with this, so we can see that they're easy to remove, and we pretty much have a drainage plane behind the tiles all the way down. So if you take a shower, all the water can run in between the gaps all the way down and pools in on the membrane here, and then slowly builds up and slowly make its way through, which probably explains the efflorescence, because it's a lot of water on a daily basis. I can imagine this could be full of water, liquid water, and just soaking the thin set and going all the way down before it dissipates to the drain. That would take a long time, so this would be wet at all times, which maybe explain the efflorescence on the grout. And also, it's a pretty thick layer. You know, there are some, look at this, how thick the thin set is on this. This is almost ½ inch. So, you know, they call it thin set for a reason, not a thick set. So this is one of the problems. Otherwise, you know, there are some connections. Again, the overlap should be, there's a missing corner, but this is probably one of the culprits. It's the devil's in the details. We have an inside corner here, but doesn't go any further. So, and the shower glass was sitting right at this point. So all the water going through under the tiles, through the channels like this, right out of the shower, and the floor is sloping this way. That's why it showed up outside of the shower. So this is what we found. It's not the system. Usually it's the details of the installation which makes the problems multiply. Yeah, look at this. There's you know how easy it was to remove the tiles. We just see, yeah, it's almost like a rain screen on the outside of the house with the siding. That's how it works. Any water gets down, drops straight down, which maybe is what you want, except when you trap it here like in a little pool and let it soak up. And if there would be a floor heat, that may help, but anyways, it's the details why there's no thin set here. That's the problem. But we are taking it all out, and we are building a new shower, and it will be the fun one, because also there were 2 shower sets with only 1 drain, and the drain had a problem to pulling all the water down. So we'll double the drains and add 1 more shower set here, just to do something fun. So stay tuned for more.